My name is Irene Guijt. I work as a freelance consultant, and I've just been presenting some work on the use of sensemaker. It's the first application in international development, and it was applied with Global Giving, Rockefeller Foundation funding, and Cognitive Edge and myself. Some of the advantages that I have now see as a result of having used it in comparison to other monitoring and evaluation approaches is first that it is really about giving voice to people who matter. And that makes it much more than just software. It's presented as software, it's understood as software, but it's actually a whole methodological logic that requires an information source, which is the lived experiences, the voices of people, which is then analyzed statistically, but then humans enter again and make sense of the clusters of stories in relation to their needs and in relation to their programs. What I think is very promising about sensemaker is that it takes the best of both worlds. It takes the value of stories and how people want to share their lives with the merit of doing large-scale statistical analysis of that so that you can see patterns and it doesn't just become a mass of different stories. The second feature that I think is very different from other monitoring and evaluation approaches is that there is no interpreter in the middle. People give meaning to their own stories. It is not tagged and then coded and clustered by people like myself who would normally be asked to do the evaluation work. Finally, what I think is extremely important is that the question framework on which it is based, which is called the signification framework, goes to a level of understanding change that doesn't focus narrowly on a specific initiative. You can afterwards dig down and come back to specific initiatives and what change they have led to, but it actually takes the notion of change as a collective process of interaction by multiple actors in a particular geographic area. Sensemaker also allows you to do a combined rolling baseline with perceived meeting of needs. And it's extremely flexible. It can be used for very small-scale projects, it can be used for very large-scale projects, but it really becomes rewarding when you're talking anything above a couple of hundred stories that you need to analyze.